Welcome, everyone. Yes, the second stream of 2025. I know. We're back at it again. What can I say? I had a good time. I wanted to do it again. Here we are. Oh boy. Yeah, we got a lot to go over. Oh, I need a second just to let everybody jump in really quick. I appreciate you guys tuning in already. I know that Pokemon ZA came out today, so we're all very excited, but I appreciate your time. All right. I appreciate it. How's the child? The child's great. I was going to actually stream a couple times this week, and I didn't because I was very busy with said child. So it took me a minute to actually get this together. And it also gave me an excuse to get some things done in here, so you guys didn't have to watch me struggle so much. Would you play Pokemon ZA on stream? I don't know. I think, how do I put this? I really enjoy Pokemon, but I feel like I have put people who don't like Pokemon that watch my channel through enough Pokemon for a minute that we might need to take a little bit of a break, because I went really hard on Cobblemon. Like, holy cow, hard on Cobblemon. All right, let's get down to business. All right, let's get down to it, because there is something I need to show you. I have kind of completed the entire thing we were working on last time, and if you weren't here, I will completely explain the entire completed thing. But basically what I was doing, if you guys don't remember, is I was trying to build a bridger trainer thing, so we could basically learn to bridge, like speed bridge in Minecraft. And we built, I think we went through a lot of this stuff on stream. Like, all the elements are mostly the same. We've got the chicken wall, we've got the chicken wind charge dispenser boys in here, and we of course I had to keep the chicken planes. I don't have great names for these things yet. But we are the Branzylings. Feed us. I don't know what that means. You need to name your chat. Is that like a literal thing? Listen, I'm too new to streaming for these things. Is that a literal thing I can do? Can I name the chat? Like, I don't know. Is that I don't know. I like the Branzylings though. It's pretty funny. Branzylings. We'll go with, I don't know, is it like, do I input that somewhere? I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, but for now, yes, I like Branzylings. It's great. Branzylings, welcome, Branzylings. It's great to have you here. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys want to see how this works? Because I'm actually super excited. Like, you guys should, I'll go through some of this so you can kind of see, and I'll go over that as well. But like, there's so much logic that I have built into this whole thing now. Like, it's actually crazy. And I'll explain the command blocks as well. But like, this is probably 10 times more insane than I intended it to be. So, you know, go figure. You know, anything I do goes this way, I'll be honest. Oh man. Okay, so Branzylings, let's do this thing, shall we? So basically, let's say that we wanted to bridge. Okay, so you'd spawn in here, right? You set your spawn. I put up signs. I'll go in survival mode, so this makes a little bit more sense for us. It says, welcome to Bridge-a-Doodle-Doo. Yes, I know, it's a great name. I had to go with Bridge-a-Doodle-Doo. Set your spawn and grab 1 stack of moss blocks. Boom. As such, when the doors open, make sure the indicator lamp over there is reset, which it is, and start bridging from any terracotta block. All right. So here's what should happen. I'm going to place a block, and the whole machine's going to turn on, and we should be chased by a chicken wall. Let's find out. And I've been doing this a bit, so I'm a little bit better at bridging already. Like, my training just in building this thing, oh god, it's coming, is going really well. And oh god, it's right there. Nope, go faster. We must be faster. Oh no. I got knocked by one of the wind charges. God dang it. Well, that's pretty much okay. So that was phase 1 of this thing, right? And it's basically, it keeps these doors shut so that the players can't get out until the flying machine returns. So it's kind of like a penance, you know? If you die, you have to sit and just wait and be patient, which is the worst punishment anyone could have to go through. And then it comes all the way back. And when the flying machine returns, it opens the doors, okay? And then it's not like off, right? Trust me, that logic is too insane. But what you can do is you click the reset button, and that's going to basically reset all the logic at the bottom of this thing. It's going to turn off all the machines, and it's going to clear out all the moss blocks that you placed along the way. So that way, this thing is like a clean slate every time. So you can just keep doing this over and over and over, and hopefully it works really well. But I have added a few things. All right, so we'll go over that in just a second. Holy goodness gracious, so many people in here. This makes me so nervous. Oh my god, hello. Hi Branzylings. I hope we all like the name because it's kind of, I think it sticks. It's sticking in my head. All right, let's see. So let's go over some of this stuff. How was my day? My day was great. All right, I've so far, I've finished this. I hung out with my baby like most of the day. It was really awesome. My favorite thing to do. How was your day? Brandy, listen, Brandy. I've been called Brandy since day 1 on YouTube, and I think Ashwag made it worse. Every time he calls me Brandy, I never hear the end of it. Anyway, okay, so let's go over some of this stuff and how it works, because I'm super stoked on this. So basically, you see all this stuff back here. This is the logic for how I actually turn this thing on. Because there's so much that goes into just the concept of turning this on, because this is a calibrated skulk sensor, and it's basically just listening for a block to be placed, right? So when we place a block, it's going to turn that light off, and right now it's not reset. So let me reset it really quick. Hold on. That was a bad example, but say that this lamp is our output, right? And like that's going to turn the machine on. That's what that represents. When we press this button, it's going to reset the machine so that this block goes through, so that this can carry a signal through here. And then when we place a block, it's going to do all this stuff. And then it would, well, if I had to place that where it was supposed to be, it would have done what it was supposed to do. I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. One more attempt at demonstration. There we go. We place this, it's going to do a thing here, and it oh my god, I messed it up again. Oh my gosh, don't make fun of me. I'm trying my best, okay? It's so hard. Oh my gosh. So let's try that one more time. Basically, that's our output for turning the machine on. And right now, the machine needs to be reset, right? Because that's how I'm keeping track of if it's active or not, is off of this block. And so when we reset it, now it gets a signal, it sends it out, it's reset, blah, 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 blah. We place a block and blah, 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 blah. It's inverted, but you get the point, right? Now it should be on. That's a terrible example, but there you go. That's how all this works. And it sounds really kind of simple. This doesn't do anything, but I promise you it is not. Like, nothing about this was simple for me to figure out. Cause like, it's like, you gotta like have single tick pulses coming through that get elongated by this, so that this gets a long enough signal to push that out, but not too long. And then the dude, skulk sensors, calibrated skulk sensors, not nearly as easy as I was hoping they would be, because they're so sensitive to like anything, like any movement. It's and goodness gracious, you take this out and the whole thing triggers, and then you end up with a chicken staircase wall instead of a chicken wall. It's a whole thing. Goodness gracious. Anyways, okay, so let's show you some of the stuff that this is doing, because I know we saw the chicken wall, right? But let's take this through from more of a third perspective. All right, so let's say that you were to bridge, and you were like, oh, I'm on my way. Here we go. The chicken wall chases you, and it's going to chase you all the way to those lamps. Along the way, you're going to be blasted in the face by wind charges being spat at you by these chickens, right? Just randomly. Some of them, you know, I did tone it down a little bit, but then say that you get all the way to, to like over here, okay? Say you bridged all the way out here. There's chaos happening here. This is the most chaotic section because we have planes controlled by chickens flying left and right, and then we have these machines spawning chickens in and then releasing them, right? So the point of the planes is really, if you think about it, this chicken is always trying to do is save its young from burning in a fiery grave, and it's not working very well for it, and so they die horribly and very cooked like, and that triggers some more calibrated skulk sensors waiting for death, which fire more wind charges upwards, and they're ricocheting off of here and then ricocheting off of the planes and off of your bridge, and it's pure unadulterated chaos as these little baby chickens rain to their death. And yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much what my brain concocted with this thing so far. But say that you make it all the way to the end here, right? It's going to bring you to this little sign, Bridge-a-doodle-doo. And you can see that this is actually a to the second timer of how long it's taking you to get from one end to the other. So that way we can keep track of if we're getting better or not, right? And so when you get done, you just press this button to stop the timer, and it took us whatever that addition leads to. And when you're ready to go back to the start and try again, you just press the button and you cook yourself a little bit, you know, and then boom, here we are. Right back at the start, ready to rock and roll. Grab another stack, and we can reset the machine. And it does. I will admit, it takes a second to reset, but it's not as bad as it could have been. What's happened? Yeah, what's happening is I spend way too much time on this, and this is what we've gotten to. We're sending mental hospital. Don't send me there. All right, I just escaped. I can't go back. I will not. Oh, I made it a mini game. Trust me. It even has a practice mode, right? So you can sit here and just be like, I just need to literally just practice bridging, and I'll be happy. So then you can just do this, and it doesn't actually activate anything, so you can just sit here and bridge. It's like the most, you know, simple form, because I feel like to be honest, if anybody tried this right out the gate, it's just so much chaos that it's going to be overwhelming. So you get a little bit of practice so you can actually get decent at bridging, which I'm not trying to jinx myself right now, but like, observe me. Just observe me go. Wow, I'm not even looking. I'm looking at chat right now. Don't send me to a nursing home either. How dare you? Oh, I should also show you this since we are so far. Technically, this is going to be great, but you can see you don't really have quite enough to get all the way across. So you have to risk it for the biscuit. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. I'm also realizing that I do need one more line in this to trigger a cleanup for practice mode, because that is not great the way it is. Because now I'd have to, oh boy, I just realized how upsetting that is. It's so complicated. I don't want to add another line of logic to this. There's 17,000 lines of logic. There's a counter and a timer and all these command blocks that are all over here. Really, like, this could be built in survival. All these things are doing is saving me from building chicken farms, because that sounds really not like a good time. So we're not going to be building 25 chicken farms and spawning in 300 chickens just to spawn chicken eggs so I can watch the babies burn. That doesn't sound like a good time or like a normal thing to say. I'm not going to say that again. Anyways, so practice mode off, and we should be able to just keep training until you get good at bridging. And I think I've actually gotten a lot better, just like I said, in troubleshooting this. Like, I bet if we went back and looked at clips from the last stream of how terrible I was at that, and like now I'm like, the only thing stopping me is those god dang wind charges. And other than that, this is pretty cool. Let's try it. Let's try it legit all the way. Here we go. Oh, I heard it. It's after me. I hear it. I hear it coming. Oh God, please. No, chicken. No, not chicken. Here we go. Stay focused. Stay focused. It's fine. It's a rhythm. It's all just rhythm. It's all rhythm and luck. Rhythm and luck. We're in the midst of the wind charges now. They're not hitting me. They can't touch me. They can't touch me. They can't touch me. Oh, I freaked out. I placed a block I shouldn't have, but it's fine. Okay. Now it's strategy time. All right, this is chaos. Let chaos reign. We time it and we go. We go. We go. We go. Just go. No! It was so close. Come on, dude. Oh, we got so far. And look at that. We didn't have to wait that long for the reset. See, it's like a reward. Like a reward. You got so far. You didn't have to wait a minute for this thing to fly all the way back. Ah, look how far we got. Dude, oh, I let go with shift a split second too early. God dang it. I know I need mods. I do. I need mods for sure. But I feel like, so here's the thing. There's a reason I chose to start streaming on Twitch, and it's because I feel like Twitch is a lot chiller of a place, and hopefully everybody can just respect the chat enough to not need mods for a minute till I can figure all that out. But I promise we will get that going at some point. But I'll get it figured out. I will. I think Rec gave me some pretty good advice of just seeing people that are kind of on the same schedule as me and that would be, willing to jump into streams and stuff and are available when I'm available and whatever. So it's kind of more organic way of doing things. So I guess we'll just keep doing streams for a little while and see how it goes. And if you guys are enjoying them and I'm enjoying them, and if we can find some mods and stuff, I think it'd be really good. So that's my plan right now. Anyways, so I think that we have pretty much figured out the bridging machine now. I don't know if there's much else to really show you. It took me 3 days to do all this, but I mean, it's working. I wish I had more to show you to make use of the time that it took me, but I'm still very proud of this. Like, this is so much, it looks so simple. Like, it's just like a bunch of redstone lines, but I promise you, there is so much logic in all of it. Like, even just like this right here is just so much like going on in different circuits and things. And it's just crazy. It's super cool. And I think these little flying chickens are probably my favorite thing, to be honest. That or the burning babies. I think that's also really fun. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on to a different subject. I think what I want to work on today really is the next portion of this challenge that I'm working on, which I don't think I've explained. Hold on, give me one sec. Let's look at chat. Let's get good at streaming. I'm gonna read chat at some point. Nothing about it looks simple. Thank you. I try really hard. It's pretty progressed from last year. I know. Like I said, I did so much because I was intending to stream on like Monday, and then I got really busy with the baby, and then I was like, oh, I'll just stream on Tuesday, and then the baby stayed up all night, so I didn't sleep, so I was like, I'm too tired to stream, so I'll stream on Wednesday. And then Wednesday came, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got so many things I have to do today for the baby. I can't. I'm not, just me blaming the baby for 20 minutes about why I didn't stream, but I'm here now, so. Let's see. So let's talk about what the challenge is here. What is the point of doing this? Why would I build such a machine? And that is because I guess this is kind of a spoiler for a video. I don't know if you guys should know this. Maybe it's not. I mean, it's no, it's not a spoiler. Nah, it's just kind of a. We'll say it's a sneak peek, if you will. And thank you. My baby is more important than streaming. I appreciate that. Daddy Craft. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah. Daddy Craft. Branzlings. Yeah. Branzling's secret. So basically what I'm doing is I got some of my friends to give me a few things that they felt like were really important skills to getting good at Minecraft. And I think they were like, I don't remember the order, but I think it was like, oh, why did I do that? Sugar. Sign. Let's do this sign. I think it was like, it was distance for like PvP. And then it was movement. And it was sensitivity. I started it. No. Listen, that's a sensitivity. It's fine. And sorry, I just lost my voice. Holy cow. I was in such shock. Woo. And then it was also, let me think. Movement, distance, bridging, of course. Bridging, of course. And hotkeys. So, let me make these glow so you can actually read this. I know stream's kind of hard to read sometimes. Boom. Oh, hello, flying machine. Welcome home. Sit down, boy. Good. So basically, I have actually completed a couple of these. Like I have a hotkey machine. Now we have a bridging machine. I have a distance machine. And now I am working on movement, and I think what I want to focus on today is sensitivity, because I do want to actually get good at Minecraft, and all these things are going to help. Like I've already gotten a little bit better at like hotkeying and bridging and distance, but sensitivity is one that like I struggle with, because it's something you don't really notice how bad you are at until you actually like start looking at your old footage of how you play. Because I noticed that even when I'm playing like this, I fling and like overcorrect, and so like I just did it twice there. I can't just like look at the green, look at the green, boom, over green, nope, green, nope, green, there it is. See what I mean? It's just hard. So instead of, just sitting here and experimenting, we're going to make it a mini game and make it fun, because I'm sorry, I can't just like train in Minecraft. I think I have to trick myself into actually getting good at the game by building mini games. So let's get on that. And I actually made a world for this already, but I haven't actually started anything. I don't really know what we're going to do, but I figured we needed a change of scenery, something that's a little bit more, oh my, I think my game is crashing. Oh, the frames. There we go. Sorry, I took sodium off because it's just, I don't know, broken. It was broken with the lava thing. Like if you notice, I had like a lava mod or resource pack so that I could see under the lava, because it was blah, 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 blah. Anyways. Okay. So let's make this beautiful world a training world, shall we? So the concept that I'm going to run with is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen let me turn my render distance down. Have you guys ever seen those, what are they called? Like aim trainers. There's like aim trainers, but then there's like reflex machines or whatever. I only know them from like sports games a long time ago, where it was like you'd be looking at a wall, right? And like say that this is the wall, and there's like 9 different little sections to this wall that it wants you to look at, and you have to look at them in time. Or else you lose a point or whatever. So like say that this was our wall, each one of these would light up and you'd have to like look at it and then go boom and then go boom and then go boom and then go boom and boom, 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 boom. And you only had like a split second to do it or else it would turn off. And I think that's kind of what I want to build. Doing it might be complicated, but I think we can do it. It's just going to take a little bit of engineering to do. So I guess the first thing we have to kind of figure out is inputs. Oh, this is going to be such a pain in the butt. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with, we need something to input when we look at, which we could use creakings, but they're so slow that we'd have to turn up game ticks so high that it just kind of like defeats the purpose to me. Like, because once we start messing with game ticks, it's going to start messing up all the other redstone things that we might have to add. So I'd rather stay away from creakings if we can. But we don't use creakings. We're going to have to use something else. And I think first thought is to use wind charges, right? And just have something we throw. Question is, does that? No, that does not. But does that? It does. Huh? But it only does one. That's a problem, right? But it does one at least. So if we do that, every time it look at it, it boom. Oh, and we got to be like precise if it's just one. Holy. Okay. Huh. I mean, that does work because we could be standing here, have these spaced out, and then boom, and then boom. Okay. I like that. Okay. So next, let's get rid of all this stuff. If that's our input, then we really have to just figure out like a spread. Like, what's the spread that we want? Like, I feel like it's going to be super dependent on a lot of things now that I think about it. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm thinking in my head too much here, not out loud, but holy, this is might be a lot more complicated than I was hoping it was going to be. So hold on, let's just test this. So if I go boom, if I go to the bottom, does it? Okay. If I go to the sides, does it? Corners, miss, boom. Oh, that missed completely. Oh, look at that. You can miss, like, if you're like a pixel, it can hit it, but it has to hit it. Oh boy. Oh, it has to be like the middle of the wind charge has to hit the corner of the block. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. How's it going to be split seconds if you have to wait for the wind charge? See, that's a good question too. So I guess we have to also kind of calculate the distance or how far. It's going to be dependent on how far we have to be from the machine, right? Because if we're this close, it's not split second, but it's close enough that we would be able to react if they turned on, right? The test would be more, I guess, whatever triggers this on, we would have to incorporate a delay for the redstone before it activated some kind of punishment, right? Does that make sense? Because that way we can at least, it would still give us like a split second window, but it would give us long enough that we would be able to compensate for that time. And then whatever distance we would be at is how long of a delay we would need. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. The point really, I guess, isn't so much about reflex testing as it is about aim training, right? So like, as long as we can do it quick enough and we get there to make sure that we're not just like looking around like super cautiously like this and just kind of like cheesing the system. Like, we want to make sure that we're whipping. Like, I want to make sure that I'm getting good at this, which, I mean, honestly, here's a mini game right here. Just like that. You could get good at it like that, I guess. But before we get too far ahead, let's actually try to figure out an input system. So what I'm thinking is we need some way that's going to trigger this on. And I actually have kind of an idea of how to do it. based off another machine, so we might have to get into a different world and give you guys a little sneak peek at something else to grab that, because I don't feel like building it again. But first, let's try this. So, oh, let me turn my resource pack back on. Redstone. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Ah, thank you. Yes. So try to learn sensitivity. Yeah, yes. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for informing everyone, that because I keep forgetting to read chat. I'm sorry. I'm still learning. We're going to get good at this. It's just going to take me a little bit of time. Let's see. So let's say that we want this to turn on kind of randomly at different times, right? So we want whenever a chicken, let's say a chicken. Yeah, we'll go with chicken. Chicken, because why not? It's always chickens. This whole thing is about, can chickens make you good at Minecraft, right? So here we go. Chicken, boom. So that turns it on, and if I throw a light, it's not going to turn it off because that chicken is powering it, that little red dot. So we need a way for a chicken to power this, but then would unpower it, I guess, at the same time. Okay, let's try this. So if we used, let's do this. Let's do an observer, and we'll use tripwire. So if not that way, excuse you, let's just reset that. If this gets, where did my concrete go? What did I do? Did I get rid of my concrete? Did someone steal my concrete? Goodness. We'll do this. Okay, so now turn off. Calm down. So now, if a chicken was to fall through that, it turns that on. The chicken continues to fall, doesn't matter anymore. And then it turned it off. Oh, of course. It can't do that because it's going to get two signals. Duh. Tripwire on, tripwire off. Signal in, signal out. God dang it. Okay, so that means that we're going to have... there's a couple ways we could do it. I think this is probably the easiest way for me personally. We could basically just do this twice. So if this was based off of this... Or no. No. This breaks into this. No, that doesn't work. This breaks into this, goes into this. This gets triggered by this, and then comparator reads if it's on or off, and boom. Okay, so now this is so janky. This is so much like over engineering, but it's gonna work. I promise. Watch this. Boom. So the chicken turns it on, and then well, why did that? Oh, god dang it. Of course it does, because signal on, signal off. It's gonna do the same thing to our comparator. What an idiot. Oh my god, dude. Okay, it's fine. Let's see here. I understand more here than any math class. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're learning, because, I definitely know what I'm doing. Okay. So all we need is, so we need this to be a T flip-flop, right? Like this is basically acting like a button, and we need it to be a T flip-flop, which I guess I thought we could just use a bulb for, but it's not acting like a button. It's acting like a slow button. Like it's acting like a button. Yeah, it is acting like a button. It's acting like a normal button because it's sending two signals. So we could use regular tripwire hooks. I bet that would work. Like if we were to do this instead of that, and then we just used tripwire. It's pretty much the same thing, right? Like this is, I'm not crazy. This is going to work. I'm sure of it. This is going to work great. It's going to do this, get rid of that and that. Goodbye, goodbye. And now, let me turn that guy off. So now this falls through. I forgot the comparator. God dang it. God dang it. Oh my God, I threw a chicken. Stop it. One more time. Here we go. We throw the chicken. He's going to turn on the light and we just have to throw a thing to turn it off. And if another chicken spawned, it would turn it on again. So it doesn't matter if it's on or off over there. All that matters is that it changes. Technically, this is a working concept, right? Not too shabby. The only thing that I'm trying to figure out now is we kind of need this. What is this song? Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to change this. Why does it have words? I don't use word music. Words. Who uses words? I am the words. Next. Skip, please. There we go. Okay. So we need to kind of figure out a way for getting this to give some kind of punishment. Like if we don't hit this soon enough, it needs to punish the players, right? But the thing is, whatever this does, I don't want it to be like I don't want it to extrude past this point. So that might be a little bit of an issue because we really need this to have kind of like 2 signal points, which I guess I could do this. So if that gets turned on, we could have it where it's going to shoot a signal out, right? And I already don't like this, to be honest. It doesn't make me happy. That's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, so if that turns on, then it should carry signal through here. But we really need this to carry kind of like a dual signal, right? Because this is when it turns on, we want it to trigger something like a piston or whatever, just as an example, right? But then we want to hit it again to make sure that whatever it is trying to do doesn't actually do it, which I think what we could do is just use a clock, like a really simple clock. Maybe. Let's try this. So, oh, I built that too close. Dang it. Do that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now we have this. And we can use maybe like just an old-fashioned clock like this. And this will give us a little bit of calibration like I was talking about earlier. So we can kind of adjust the timings of when we want something to happen. But it's going to be dependent. Oh, I think. Huh. How am I going to do that? So the problem right now is, say that this was the punishment line. I'm going to call it the punishment line, the Punisher line, if you will. So if the chicken came down, which we'll have to move all this anyways, but it's going to keep ticking, right? Which is fine, but we would have a problem in that even if this was slower, and this, hold on, let me get my charges out. Charge. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, cool. Do that. Oh, it does it twice. Of course it does it twice because it has, oh, I forgot. Oh, they're the worst. Oh, this is what I hate about these things. Okay. I've run into this so many times now. So an observer with lights like this has, in my opinion, a terrible flaw. And that flaw is that these don't just have on off states. They have like a powered on, powered off state. So there's 4 states to these, right? So it's like press this and that little red light gives it a different signal. So every time that this gets 1 pulse, it actually gets 2 pulses. Does that make sense? I hate it. God, I hate these. It's so frustrating because it's like this is pretty much a T flip-flop, but like when they're compact like this, it makes it really complicated to get it to actually do what I want it to do. So I guess, okay, so what if instead, now I don't know what to do with this. Oh, by the way, I guess I could do this. And then it's 2 lights, right? Does that actually work? If a chicken comes through here, does that light up twice? I think that should work, right? It's just going to be timed differently. And then if I did something like that, and then like this, and then like that, and then like this, and then, I don't know, let's get crazy with it. Let's go here, and then here, and then here, huh? I mean, I know this isn't really what we were working on right in that moment, but now my curiosity just doth peak so hard. Let's try that again. Chicken. Lights him up. How long does that light stay on? Interesting. Okay. So what I'm getting at, sorry, I'm not explaining this, but what I'm getting at right now is if we can get this to work, which I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I don't know what it is. Then maybe we can use this to find a better place to trigger something. You know what I mean? Sometimes finding the right place to trigger stuff is a little bit harder. Okay, so if a chicken comes in, it flies down, it falls, all of those light up, and boom. Right, of course that doesn't work. What an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just wasted all of our time. Let's get rid of all these and we'll place that one back. Okay, so... how are we gonna fix it? All right, I got too many chickens. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Get out. Go. Find something else to do. Enjoy. Lay an egg. They did. Wow. Was that on command? Well trained chickens. Great job. Yet another chicken powered machine. I'm not sure what. So this is a sensitivity trainer, basically, and that's what we're going for, is sensitivity training. So we can basically get these lights to turn on, and then we look at them, and we throw a light or a wind charge. They turn off, like that. Boom. And if we hit them in time, we continue with the game. If we do not, we are punished and murdered, because that's just how life works. I guess there's probably an even easier way to do this than what I'm doing it, right? Like, let's get rid of all this. So I wonder if this is always going to get one signal, right? So when that gets a signal, what if that started a clock, right? And that can start a clock because... Actually, let's run it off of here, because this already has everything that I need done. Boom. Okay, so that, let's say, starts some kind of clock off of that block. And this clock is going to get impeded whenever this gets hit again. My question is, I know these aren't these are transparent, right? Or yeah, these ones are transparent. Regular lamps are not. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Hey. I'm in the bathroom. Well, good for you. Good for you, Branzy Glazer. That's awesome. I hope things go well for you. No, these are definitely not considered full blocks. But I wonder, can I rip this signal out of a repeater? I don't think I can even do that with these, right? This doesn't work. Yeah, no, that doesn't work at all. It's like trying to rip a signal through a glass block. Of course it's not going to work. What am I doing? So instead, I'm really just trying to like focus on not having to like get multiple observers off of this, because I don't like the way that that looks. I'd rather it be like just like a smooth surface like this. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the ideal right there. And then I can just, you know, throw. So the question is, oh, how does one get a signal out of this to know that this changed? This block. How do I know that changed? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Calibrated skulk sensor. I know I went on a little rant about these earlier, but I think this might be able to do what I want it to. I don't know. It kind of depends on how this detects, or how what it considers this. Okay. Boom. Nope, not that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just go to 15 so we have a full array. And then it's death. I don't remember what the number is for death though. Calibrated skulk sensor. Let's see. Death is dying or an explosion is 15. So page 15. And let's see, if we go there and then there and then there, do you actually detect that this dies? You do. Oh, woo. Okay. So it does detect when charge is dying when they hit something. That's interesting. All I know is that from last stream, I learned that 3 equals 8. Listen, that's a life lesson. It'll stick with you forever. I hope that it always carries you through hard times. So let's see. SMP with Branzy, and Branzy made me crazy. I didn't make you crazy. You were crazy when I found you. How dare you? Okay, so let's think through this. Okay, so basically, what we want is how quick can that get 2 signals? It's not super quick. I was going to say, maybe we could, instead of using, maybe we still could. So here's the new plan. All right. Because you guys know how much I just love murdering chickens. What if instead of doing anything like down here, let's just remove all this. Bye. What if this was controlled by it got a signal once when something died, and that something just happened to be a chicken. It's nothing against chickens. All right, chickens are great. I have great respect for chickens. Love them. Also, they make really great death sacrifices. Lava. Okay, lava, and then we shall do this. I shall do this. I shall grab one of you. That turns it on. And then wind charge turns it off. Oh. Well, haven't we discovered something? Also, this can be a little bit more compact like this, I think, because I think the chicken technically dies right there, right? Like we can actually test that assumption. If I do this and say this, and I say this, aha, yes, indeed. In fact, kaboom. So chicken dies, turns on. I have to flick a lever, or I have to throw that before it turns back off. It does limit a little bit of our configuration as far as like, could we compensate for lag between throwing a thing or not? But it also eliminates the need for a button, which makes this look a little bit cleaner. And we could oh my goodness, it's on fire. We could theoretically, I guess, make this as big as we want, right? Like we could make it like a 3x3 and really expand this thing if we really were getting into the woods with it. I don't think this works though. I think you'd have to, I mean, we could, could we? Oh, we could. It would just, okay, so we'd have to do this, and, oh wait, no, we can't because these act like glass. Huh. Boom, 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 boom. I throw wind charge. I throw wind charge. You turn on. It turned those three on. That's not exactly what I wanted to happen. I was hoping that what I could do was get these to turn on like this, but I don't think that it'll even turn the bottom row on. Right? What? Oh, no, that makes some sense. You know, I'm sure Mumbo Jumbo has a video about how to make these even cooler. We'll just leave it in the hands of Mumbo Jumbo. All I need is I just need a concept that works, and I think we're pretty much there. So, okay, so great. So this we'll have something that I already have kind of figured out. Spawning a chicken. We throw that. So the question is, how do we ensure that there's some kind of timer that's going to prevent a death from happening or even trigger a death into happening? Oh, this is... what is going on? Oh my goodness, my phone just decided to get involved. Whatever it was, what is Android's version of Siri called? I don't even know its name, but it talks to me in my sleep. All right, so let's think about this for a second. So I've got an achievement. I'm doing great here. I'm thriving. So when this gets a signal, the first signal, it's going to... Oh, I really don't know how I'm going to do this. you'd have to have two signals coming through, right? Like one... You could do something like this, I guess. I don't like the way that I'm thinking about this, but this is just a working concept. Bear with me. Stay with me now. Stay with me. All right. We do this. And we get an observer. And a piston. No. A piston based off of here. And one based off of here. We get some gravity blocks like sand. That there. And we get a solid block like that up there. And then what we should see happen Let's see. See that? Look at that. Oh, dang it. It didn't work. I was so excited for a second. It was working. It does four iterations. I wonder what would happen if I just did solid blocks. It's close, but again, it's not working because of these stupid lamps. Oh my god, I hate them. But wait, well, what if let's just simplify this process. Let's just do that. Why am I making this so complicated? This could be this could be this, that could be that, boom, boom. And then we just throw this. They both turn on, because why wouldn't they? Because they change states. So instead of this, we need this and this to just be boom, boom. And now it didn't work again, because of course it wouldn't. It's the same problem. They're getting a signal and then not a signal. So the problem, what if we just use lamps? What if I stop messing around with bulbs? I just love bulbs, man. I just love the bulbs. And of course that's going to happen, because of course it is. So what if I did that? Huh? This, and you go into a block instead. We'll just do this for now. Boom, 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 boom. It's consistent. There's this weird time where they're both on, but I think we can build off of this. Huh? So now what I'm thinking is one line. Am I overthinking this? I might be overthinking this. Oh god, am I overthinking this? And is this way too complicated for the purpose of this? Is there something that I'm missing? I feel like this is one of those times where I feel like I may be way too involved and I need to just take a step back. my engineering brain is like, no, this is perfect. This is exactly what this needs to be. But my the other part of me is like, no, dog. This is way too complicated. I've got like this is the weirdest redstone I think I have ever seen in Minecraft right here. It's like, like, what? Why am I doing it this way? I don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, it should technically work, I think. So, please do take a step back. I know. Okay. So, at the end of the day, I guess what we're looking to do is this is kind of easier for me to like lay out. So this is what I usually do is I say fill let's go with stone, and then get my nice little wandy poo, boom boom, there to here, slash pause to replace air stone, boom. Okay, so what we basically are just trying to figure out is if our lamp right there turns on, we want a signal to come out that's going to trigger a death machine. So let's get a sign so this makes more sense. So death machine. Okay, oh, excuse me. Death machine. Cool. So the line comes out, triggers the death machine. But what we want is if we hit it for a second time, which I'm just going to say this is me hitting it for the second time. Actually, we're going to bring it over here one. This is going to send a signal to break the death line. So that way it interrupts the signal and boom. Does that make sense? Like, we don't really need a reward to happen. we pretty much just need this to work. All we need is it to trigger a death, and the reward is that we don't die. So that being the case, this seems like a pretty simple circuit, right? Like this seems really simple, and I should just be able to do this super easily. But this is what I struggle with so hard with redstone, is all this stuff. Locked repeaters are the goat. Okay, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Locked repeater, we could do that. So I guess all we would need is this and that, right? So as long as this was getting a signal. But that's kind of the problem, right? Is that this has to come on first, because this is the chicken falling. So chicken falls and hits here, and then it sends a signal through, and then I have to hit this for that. So I guess we just have to add a bunch of delay, and that's how we can kind of configure the latency, right? So now, and do that. So if I had buttons here, let's just test this theory, because that was actually a really good idea. So boom. I'm so sorry that I am the way I am. And by that I mean so dumb. Holy. Okay, so that would have been a death, right? So what if chicken fell? Oh, that was a bad example. But I mean, it was kind of a good example, right? So basically, chicken comes in and we have to hit that before that. So that is going to need a lot of delay. Let's just delay this a lot, just so it... Okay, so if we hit that, then we hit that, but we can't hit it too quick or too late. But that worked, see? So it didn't trigger the death. So then, boom, and oh, I missed it. But that makes sense. That was a good idea. Locked repeater, so simple, such a great solution. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Boom. Oh, I missed. So it turns on. I lock it just in time. It prevents the death. Okay. So let's combine these lines into one action. That's the hard part, I guess. But we just have to split the signal. So when it's on, it does one thing. When it's off, it does another. So we could go off of this. Here, let's start over here. So basically, we could go like this and like that, and then I'll get an observer because I totally don't have any over here. Never mind. Never mind. Let's do this, this, boom. Okay, so when this gets one signal, it can do that. No. Why am I making this so complicated, dude? Okay, so basically, we can use a torch, right? Because I think this line can be... No, it can't be on. Huh. Comparator into a block with redstone torch on the side. Yeah, see, you got it. Okay. Into a block, redstone torch on the side. So that says on or off, right? And then I think what we could do from here is carry this into this, and that would be our... whoops. Signal into this, into that, into our death. So let's see if that works first. Good. So then we just need to flick it again. Huh. wait, no, that would work. That would work. Hold on. Hold on. I think you guys are geniuses. I think that does work. So let's say that that's our death right there. Okay, technically it's on right now because I messed that up. But say it's off. And wait, no. I didn't lock the repeater. I didn't do the very thing that I swore I was going to do, which was lock the repeater. Oh my god. It does that. It locks. I do this. It does this. We do this. And it does this. There. That's all that I needed it to do. Okay, so if I was to throw that, it's going to turn that off. I throw it again. It locks it before. Okay. Turn that off. Do it again. Locks it before. And if I threw it and then it went too long, it had a piece of redstone there, it would have worked perfectly. I should be using a lamp, not that. It's kind of a weird example. I apologize. Boom. Okay, there we go. So let's... I guess that's kind of the problem right there, is it's going to trigger on state. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. It's more about this changing a signal, if that makes sense. So like that. No, can't use that. I guess it just matters that it's changing something, because then we can use an observer. So boom. Oh, I missed it. Boom. And oh, I missed it again. I'm trying to time this so it makes sense. Boom. Boom. Locked it just in time. Stayed shut. Boom. Good. That's pretty good. And we can make that a little bit quicker too, based off of like, you know, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. So now let's see what that reaction time is. Oh, we have to be pretty quick. Boom. Boom. Huh. Boom. Boom. Oh, didn't get it that time. Boom. Boom. It's too quick. Boom. Boom. Didn't, too quick. Boom. Let's see. Reset. Boom. Ah, God, that's harsh. Ah, it's harsh. Boom. Boom. Got it. Okay, so you got to be pretty quick. Holy. Ah, too quick. That makes the timings really hard. Holy. So it turns off. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I think this works though. It's just not, maybe it's not perfect. Am I crazy? Did we figure that out? Branzylings. What's sad is that there's some people in here that don't get the reference to branzylings. So they're like, what? What did he just call us? Okay, so let's maybe up the timings a little bit, because it was working better with more time. And maybe it's just because I am just bad at this, but whatever. Yeah, that one worked. Okay, so that stopped it. So boom. And then we hit it again and then make sure that it stops it. Yeah. Boom. Not fast enough. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. Holy. Dude, that's sick. You guys figured that out. I didn't really figure that out at all. I was sitting here like, why am I making this so complicated? Look what I was making over here. I'm over here like, let's use comparators and alternating lamps, and you guys are like, just use a locking repeater. Duh. Like, of course it's a locking repeater. Of course it's a locking repeater. So much easier. Now, granted, the footprint is insane. We're gonna have to figure that out. But you combine this with this, and I think we've got a pretty good product here. So essentially, what I think we can do is just do this. Okay, so we can do this. We'll get rid of all this nonsense. And that's our input, right? From the death. So all we have to do is just replicate this line of repeaters. It's super simple, I guess. Let's just get a working product and then I'll worry about making it smaller later, I guess. So death gets a signal. The signal goes into a block, which we could do it a different way, but this is how I'm going to do it. Boom, and a boom, and a boom, 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 boom. This is, how do we do it? We just take it straight out of repeaters, right? Yep. Okay, straight out of repeaters. And we'll just do a bunch of them. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's great. Boom, like that. This goes into here. We'll just, for funsies, do that way. Boom. And we'll keep that on. Then we take this, and this guy can just, and actually, let's make this guy really quick so that it catches our signal quicker. And then we'll do that to add delay to lengthen the pulse. And then this, nope, not that. I just learned this lesson. That would indicate death by this bulb. So, boom. We did it. Didn't die. But if we did this and then took too long, I still didn't die. Because this needs to be short ticked. Maybe that's better. I died. Totally died. Okay, let's reset this thing really quick. Okay, so if a chicken was to die over there, we'll just right there, hypothetically, chicken died right there. Boom. I throw a signal and it locks the repeater just in time. If a chicken died and I didn't hit that, it still locks that repeater because it's not basing it off of a lamp. What an idiot. Of course it has to base it off the lamp. Now I need a lamp. Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right. And one more thing and then we got this. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. We're going to do this. Actually, we're going to do this just because it makes it a little bit easier for me, I guess. Boom. That hits there. And then we'll just move everything from here to here. Span one. And then move one. No way that's going to break anything. Oh, wait, it did. Boom. Short tick. And now this goes like this. Yes. Listen, we're just this isn't going to be pretty. We're just trying to make this work for a second. All right. Comparator. Kaboom. 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 Does that? I think that works. Okay, let's try that. So let's reset and we'll say, okay, chicken dies. We throw this. It locks the repeater. We stay alive. Chicken dies. We don't throw it. And death becomes us. Okay. Congratulations, everybody. That is great. That is a working concept. And now I just got to figure out how to get the timings right. But that works actually really, really well. Because also, we can still enclose this flat, right? And I can just stack a bunch of these together and it should be okay. We can also, you know, we can fix all the nonsense stuff in the back. There's various things we can do to make that a little bit easier. Okay. So working concept, everything seems to be fleshed out, right? Let's test it one more time. So let's say that light turns on. Boom. I think we stopped. Nope, we didn't. Okay, maybe it doesn't work perfectly, right? Because this is still just on. And it's because this lamp is on, which is not what we want. Oh, that's my fault. Okay, so this should always be set together. Okay, so that goes like that. Did not lock it in time, and now it's locked on, so that's a problem. How do we fix that? Okay, so try it again. Boom. And then boom. Ah, I locked it on again. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So let's see. Throw this, send signal, throw it again. Boom, locks it. It works perfectly. Perfectly. But we throw it and we miss. Also, works pretty perfectly, other than the fact that this needs to be like single pulsed, I guess. Because if we have it sticking on, it's going to swap this line, which is going to constantly be lighting up one of them, which is fine for the most part. Except that if that gets a signal like this, it's going to lock that on, and that's causing obviously a big problem. So, single pulse out of this, but it can't be a single pulse because it has to turn off a torch, so it needs to be at least like a 2-tick pulse. Okay, I think I know what to do. I just don't want to do it. Let's try it anyways. Okay, so boom to boom, expand 1, and then we're gonna move. Let's move 2 this time. And we're gonna also unpower you. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we can use an observer here. Boom. And that observer can just be the thing that triggers off of a difference within the comparator. It's not perfect, but it just, you know, proof of concept. I think that might work a little bit better. Let's get a 2. I think you need a 2-tick delay. I think. Or does a 1-tick delay work? I think you need 2. Let's try it. Nope, you definitely need 2. Okay. Boom. Oh, but that also doesn't work. I'm such an idiot because it's going to automatically count it as a win if we do it that way. There's no secondary input because that was the whole point of using the block. Oh my God, I'm so dumb, dude. Okay. So maybe there's just a flaw in how we're thinking about this. Because this always has to get hit again, no matter what, right? So like, it's great as long as we'll always throw, I guess. But the problem is more that we could hypothetically throw and then get killed before we throw it again, right? And that's where the problem comes in. But maybe I'm thinking about it way too much and that it'll be okay this way. I just fear that we're going to start getting really far into this project and I'm going to start realizing a fatal flaw in the very bones of this thing. Because like right now it's locked on and that is not great. Like at no point do I want it to be locked on. It should always be locked off. Let's see. Holy. Have the death line cut off the redstone torch line, maybe. Oh. So maybe if it triggers a death, that would actually eliminate 2 problems that I'm seeing with this. So if this triggered a death, like it saw something turning on or whatever. So if this is our death line, still, we have it do this, and that is going to send another signal to this, and that'll reset the machine. Maybe that'll work. I think that would work. Let's try that. excuse me, chickens. Holy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, perfect. Okay. So that turns that off, but it still has this locked. So I wonder if that was probably just remnants of how I had it before. Okay, let's try this. So if I throw this and it doesn't get hit, oh, it does lock it back on. So maybe we just need a little bit of delay on this, just so that this clears out. It probably just needs more delay than this line, which has 4. So I wonder if we ticked this to be like 5, if that would be better. So if it was like that, there we go. Why are you the way you are? Did I just make a clock? I better not have just made a clock. I'm gonna be so upset if I made a clock. Boom. I did not make a clock. Good. Okay. So we throw this. It sends a signal through. Sends a death signal. Oh, no. It has to be slower than this line, right? Because this line... Yeah. Okay, so it has to be slower than the other line. So whatever that line is ticked to, because that's where the signal's coming from. Okay, that makes sense. So if we do this, it should be good now, right? That's gonna be close. That's pretty close. Let's try it. So boom. And it's still locked. Why is that? Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you're saying about going into the torch. That's why it has to go to the torch. Oh, gosh. Dang it. I thought I could... I mean, we do need to reset this, but we also need to delay this torch turning back on after this. Does that make sense? Because, like, when we throw it right now... Here, hold on. Let's do this. Let's just set this. So, okay, so it's all reset, except for this. It needs to be like that. If we throw this, it's going to go through, and it's going to send a signal. But the thing is, right, this turns off, which turns off that signal. But between that turning off, again, we need to delay this from turning back, or this torch from turning back on before that signal clears out of there if we do it this way, which seems like a lot of unnecessary ness. Oh, what is he making? I am making a little mini game to train us in sensitivity in Minecraft. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to be able to, that light will turn on, and then we're going to throw a wind charge at it. So it will just be like bang, and then bang, and then bang, 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 whatever. So that way we can get a little bit better at the old Minecraft game, I guess. Oh, but this, I think I took your idea on locking this repeater, and I have ruined it. I've taken it and I've ruined it. Because I don't think that is how this should work, right? Like, I feel like what really needs to happen is this needs to keep its signal on based off of this, and then that needs to shoot some kind of pulse through here that's just like a singular pulse instead of holding a pulse. And otherwise we're going to have to do this line. I don't think we actually need this right now. We might need it in a minute, but for right now, let's just get rid of it so it stops distracting me. But I think what we should do is basically we're going to take a signal out of this. And maybe this isn't the best way to do it, but this is, again, we're in concept phase. So that is going to do... Oh, something mischievous. It's got a... Okay, so this has got to send a signal that can control something, just send a pulse out of it, right? So that should send a pulse. And I don't think that it can... I think that might work. Let's try this for a second. So that sends this. It should just send a singular pulse. And there we go. But if I was to throw it twice... I guess this also needs a reset. I should have kept the reset. Because now this is on. And that's going to make a problem. Watch. So that's going to basically just lock the repeater for us automatically. And we don't really want that. So we were correct. I think we do need a reset line going this way out of this so that when this turns off, we're going to just do this for a second. It's going to basically do exactly what we already had. Okay, so I think that's the logic that we need. Let's try it. So let's reset this. That's off, that's off, that's off. Okay, cool. So we send this. That sends a signal through. And boom, it resets. Oh, and we made a clock. Of course we made a clock. Kinda. No, I think it's okay though, because I think that line turns on and locks that repeater, so it shouldn't make a full clock. That's the problem right there. But I think we can fix that. So let's just do this. So we throw this, and then we throw that. It should lock that repeater and stop it, so it would have lived. We throw this, and then we throw it again, and it does it again. Good, it's consistent. What if we throw this and we miss? We wait too long. It fires the death. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to have happen. Boom. Boom, fires the death. And it doesn't trigger twice. So that's great. So that pretty much works. The only thing that sucks about it is that in order to reset this, we might, maybe that's something we can do later. Because we might have to do manual resets, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, man. I think that works, though. You guys are right. You guys are the redstone geniuses, not me. I don't know anything about it, apparently. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude out here with wind charges and murdering chickens. That's all I'm good for. But I think that should work. So if a chicken fell in here and turned on, we could throw a thing. I missed. Oh, and I died. So boom, chicken. Oh, I missed and it died. Try again. So chicken goes in. I missed. Oh my God, I suck. Oh, I'm just hitting it too early, I think. So if a chicken hits in there, there we go. Okay, so that does work. It just got to work on the timings of it, I think. So I think if this is also a way we can control difficulty, right? Like if we reduce the amount of ticks through the death line, obviously it's going to make it a little bit harder because we have to hit it quicker. Boom. And we can do it even more until we find that sweet, sweet spot. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Holy cow. What are we doing? We are making a sensitivity trainer in Minecraft, basically, to try to make a mini game out of it so we can have fun while getting good at the game. So basically, hopefully, if that works, then yeah. Great. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to have a bunch of these lights around, and it's going to be like one of those aim trainers or reflex machines. And so when the light turns on, you have to look at it and throw a wind charge in order to get it to do the things, or in order to keep it from killing you, I should say, be a little bit more specific. But I think I think we actually have it. I think this is pretty much the whole machine. The only two components that I can think of that we need at this point are kind of a randomizing detector of sorts, which I actually think I have something for that. I think we can actually make that happen. And we also need the death machine, both of which I think we can get. So one of the things that I really like to do with my videos is try to get smaller creators in them somehow. So like if I can find designs by smaller creators that are like doing cool redstone contraptions and stuff, I love to find those, because like as much as I love Mumbo Jumbo, I don't think Mumbo Jumbo needs my my help. You know, I don't think Mumbo Jumbo needs me to be like, this is a design by Mumbo Jumbo, which I've done many times, but I think it's way more fun to do it when you have like a smaller creator that's doing something really cool. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research into finding some designs that will work. It doesn't have to be the best one necessarily, it just has to be one that fits that criteria. So I really want to do a little bit of research into that, because I know what I want to do for the randomizer. I don't know if I have a schematic of it, because I use it in a different machine. Let's see, where's my arrow? Let me see if I can, if I have a schematic for it, we can actually do it, but I don't think I do. Load schematics. It was under hotkeys, but anvil launcher, miss counter, hotkey input, load arrow, guitar hero, villager input. No, none of those. Trying to think how I can. All right, you know what? All right, I'm gonna have to actually put a little bit more time into thinking about these two things a little bit later. But before we end, do you guys want to see one of the other machines? Because it actually has the same kind of concept that I have, but I want to make sure that it'll work. And we might have to do it maybe tomorrow if I decide to stream again. But for today, I do think we can show you guys one more thing, because this is another one that I'm really proud of. If you guys know Gerg, he made a video where he was making Guitar Hero, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, that could be a really cool way to learn hotkeys, right? And I have so many worlds for this project. This is crazy. Let's see, which one was it? Distance tester. I think it's this one. Yeah, 10, 10, 25. That sounds about right. So this is Clock Hero. This is what I turned Gerg's wonderful machine into. Because, so Guitar Hero, if you guys don't know already, it has at max 5 buttons, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines that you would have to monitor. But obviously Minecraft has 9 different hotkeys that you have to know. So like you can bounce around your hotkeys and whatever, but I needed a way to train all 9. So I decided to expand on his design, completely redecorate it, redesign the entire guts of the whole thing for the most part, except for that circuit, which is really cool. I can't even explain that one. But what I'm really going to have to implement is actually this circuit by Rapscallion. I think it was Rapscallion. If I don't know for sure. If it's not, I'll get it right when I make a video about this. But this is basically like a randomizer based off of chickens that spawn off of an egg. And what happens is, so like, how do I put this? So basically, because this is all random, like this is gonna fall. Maybe I should show you how this works first, because this isn't gonna make sense unless I do. Sorry, this is so many things. Basically, what you do is you get all of your dies, right? And you can already hear it kind of working. But basically what happens is all these dies, are coordinated to a trade for these villagers. And whenever a villager holds out an emerald for something it wants to trade for, it actually can get detected by a skulk sensor. And so that is how we're going to detect when we're swapping things in our inventory. And what we're going to swap to is based off of what falls down the track. So if I throw this switch, then we can sit here and wait for a second, and you can see how bad I am at hotkeys. So basically you can see the lime or the different concrete blocks are falling through here, and you have to kind of sit here and try to catch them. And if you miss too many times, I've got this thing rigged up so that this chicken can walk all the way to this path, end of this path right there, which will result in a very unfortunate demise, which I will show you shortly, I'm sure. So basically, if we miss, I think it's 7 times, he then has full access to destroy us. So, and you can also make it faster or slower, whatever. But for what we're doing right here, I just figure, you know, we're going to just demonstrate this quickly. And I've missed, I think that was my 7th miss. So he should have full access. So as soon as he decides to walk on that pressure plate, it's all over. And so I'm really just going to try to get score and keep getting score, which is tracked up there. Hold on. I suck at this still. I haven't had a lot of time to practice this one. I'll be honest. It's been a really busy week. It's been a couple days. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm feeling it now. I missed one, but I'm feeling it now. That chicken doesn't even know what's happening. He's a lazy chicken. Oh, lazy chicken. I love a lazy chicken. Let me just rock this world. 220 points. What are you doing? Oh God, he's getting closer. Don't get closer. Please stay back, chicken. It's not worth it. We could be friends. We could be best friends. Oh no, I heard him. Oh no. So basically what just happened is there's this whole circuit back here that he controls, and when he sends a signal all the way back here, it's gonna launch an anvil just like that, and then lands on top of us, and we kersplat. But you notice that it was, although this is all random, right? Like it never actually shoots out 2 at the exact same time. Like they can go back to back, they can be exactly that close, but it never shoots out 2. And that's because of this circuit back here. And this is basically timed off of chickens spawning. So chickens are constantly eggs are getting thrown through here. When one actually spawns, it sends a signal down this chain, and it sends one off of here down this chain. But the only way for a signal to pass through is when a chain simultaneously hits here and one hits the same line. So wherever the 2 line up is what fires through to actually push out a concrete block. Otherwise, it just doesn't fire anything. So that way we always make sure that only one thing gets fired at once. And I think this is actually going to be perfect for the sensitivity trainer as well, because that way we can make sure that only one lamp gets lit up at once instead of like 2 at once. Because if there was 2, obviously the same way we can't hit 2 hotkeys at once, we can't look at 2 places at once. So it has to be a little bit more thought through, I guess, than just randomly turning lights on and off. So that's kind of where my brain was fuzzy for a second while we were figuring that out. But I think this is really cool. And I think that the other one, the thing that we were working on, that thing that we were just in that world doing, that other thing, I think that is going to come together really quickly now that we got the actually hard part figured out. So that being said, I think that's going to be it for today. I gotta go. I got things to do. I have a baby. Goodness. But I think I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. No promises, but I do think that we can figure out the rest of the sensitivity trainer for sure. And then we can play around a little bit more with that, and maybe even play around with this, because this is a lot of fun too. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you as always. Branzylings, thank you so much for the name as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will try to stream tomorrow. If I don't, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.